All right, welcome everyone to Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chihayafuru, Season 2, Episode 13. Chihaya, you are in one of the most difficult matches you've probably ever had to deal with. And not only is this girl who was able to get into the competition for the spot to challenge the queen last year, she's gotten way better than she was last year because apparently that was her just sort of trying.
Right.
Yeah.
That did not have her basically grinding all this year, prepping with all of her teammates focused entirely on optimizing her play.
Yep. Because she doesn't even actually care about the outcome of this tournament because she's looking at the individuals where then she'll be able to get that chance to challenge and hopefully become queen herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, but also I imagine for, you know, a Karata blockhead like Chihaya, that's probably pretty inspiring. So
it's pretty inspiring and probably pretty liberating too.
Sure, yeah, so enjoy this match. See how it goes. Get as good as you can.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Always special. Ah, cool. Previous opponent, yeah. Wild. Cool.
Shinobu would be proud.
Yeah, she's like, I know, right?
Oh, yeah, shit. Maybe you shouldn't have congratulated then.
You guys aren't talking. You weren't even close.
Just break a rhythm. Ah! Oh shit! Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys have to build up her mood, yep. Oh. Right. Dang. Analysis.
Yeah!
Oh! Yeah! Way to go! That's huge.
Okay.
A full team swing.
Yeah, people on Misasawa being like that little bit loud about the cards that they take, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case it makes them flinch.
Yeah. What is she down, like 7? Ah. Yeah, he put the pressure. Yeah, he put the pressure on a little bit high there. Right. But this could be one where she doesn't need to win. She just needs to have a good match.
Well, and would she be playing better if she saw Arata here watching?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Nice. Uh-huh. Oh.
That's sweet.
Yeah. This is not. Oh, they're all wearing it in support of her.
Aww.
Oh! Yes, yes.
一人で鉢巻きとか寒すぎる。みんなを巻き込めてよかった。
Aw. Oh.
Alright.
手の下を通ってった。
Yeah, she was just below it.
That was precision.
最初から取られるばっかだったあの札。初めて綺麗に取った。掴んだのか。
Yeah. Oh, she's like mental game on point.
団体戦やのに、なんで声出すの私。
Right, right.
Sure.
クイーン別にどうでもええ。札送ります。え、朝原系？
なんで普通送らないんじゃ。
Oh.
あいつ、大山札は苦手だったはず。
Okay.
捨てたのか。
Interesting. She's trying to undermine her mental game.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it...
違う大山札。
Wow.
Okay. Maybe just splitting up her attention.
あの一時決まりの速さ。囲い手破り全身で言ってる。
I want to win.
クイーンになる。
Yeah, I will become queen. Yeah. This is what raw desire looks like.
So maybe she drew the defense by sending the multi-syllable
クイ
card.
ーンはどうでもいい。
Wow.
この子はここで叩く。
Dang, so this is way more about mental game than it is about like strategy here.
Maybe.
Because strategy is definitely part of it, but
得意な札を早く取れるやつはたくさんいる。得意が霞むほど苦手をなくすこと。
yeah.
あいつ。
お前の囲いたやつ春だって言ってんだ。こう何回言ったらわかるんだ。苦手が苦手のままでクイーンになれると思うなよ。
できたよ。
よく聞いて飛び込む方が綾瀬には向いてるよ。
できたよ。みんな
Oh.
できたよ。叩く。
They're also lifting her up too.
見ようしな
取った。
キープしました。
こっちも。
こっちもだ。
よし。
Okay.
また。
練習ならず。
That's rough.
送ります。
さっき送った大山札を。
Oh.
Okay. Shot across the bow.
送り一発。敵陣の札を低く低く囲いて。囲い手破りの対策なんてやってるに決まっと。クイーンはどうでもええけど。
So why are you doing this then?
みんなが喜ばへ
You
ん。
had to meet their expectations.
Oh. Okay.
You're in my way.
向きになった。強い。
Stand up. Do a little stretch.
Yep.
こっちの試合見てる人増えた。
Right, it's actually a battle.
Yeah, maybe the other
大阪めぐむのワンマンチームと思ってたのに。
maybe the other match is too
女
one-sided.
子と当たるの初めてで。
Of course you were.
強いよ。ほぼ男子
Getting in your own head. As good as a boy.
練習相手になる言うんはそういうことや。動機があればここまで
God, his
強くなるん
voice
や
is so over the top.
He almost sounds more like a grandpa that's like just so proud of his grandchild.
めぐむが声をかけんくなった。
She's locked in.
そんなに強い。その子。
Flow state. No room in the brain for anything else. The fact that we could hear the sweat drops like falling onto the tatami mat.
And do the. She got it. That was the shortest point.
あんな普段やの速いカルタを取るやつだったか。
And that wasn't speed, that was precision.
飛び出しは速い。
Yep.
まるで。
Yep, Shinobu. It's Shinobu's move, yep.
めぐむちゃんは私だ。
早く取るのをやめなさい。
Right, right.
そう
Like
言
a
ってくれる
thread's
人が
pulling
い
you
なかった
straight
私
towards
だ。
it.
Did she send The same multi-syllable card back. Not even close.
Back
now.
to back.
差がもうない
She only ahead by 1.
Maybe. Is this where the panic sets in?
一枚行くよ
Yeah!
They're like, oh, you never talk like that.
Usually Megumu's the one who does that. I might have
Oh,
snapped
they
her
got
out of
the
it.
piano coming in.
No. This sounds like execution piano.
ありありよ
カラフダにこの飛び込み男子
めぐむの気持ちはいまいちわからへんまず私が勝つからあんたは焦らんでやりーよ
Dang.
Okay.
クイ
怖い怖いやばい
ーン私今年はクイーン戦予選に出るよ
Yeah. All right. You guys,
強く
their
な
other
っていくのが
Class A
楽し
player,
く
I
ないわ
think.
けないやろ
本当は優しい子だみんなを喜ばせたい君の頑張りのもとだって
We see it
僕らは知っている
every time. We see it. It's captured so perfectly.
欲にまみれる君が見たい
Oh yeah, get greedy.
タイミングはセイムよし私の取り私触れたのはほぼ同時で私の陣にあるから私の方が早かったですでも今のは
Is this where we get a judge?
A
that-
ref.
私の方が
Ref.
少し早かったですじゃあどうぞ
Ah!
揉められるのも無理
Come on!
I mean, she does feel bad probably about the previous card.
みんなを喜ばせるのは私クイーンに挑戦するのは私や何が
What's
She said that last part out loud.
知らへんめぐむが
もめ負けたけどさっき譲られた分の借りは返した
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
ここから攻めるぞ水沢
All right.
Now everybody's watching. Yeah.
みんな
Yep.
こっち空気が全員の圧力がぶつかってる
There's something kind of beautiful about Karuta in that as they get more intense in the matches and stuff,
Uh-huh.
it's not something where you end up necessarily wanting to get like competitively aggressive against the other player because you could end up losing your own cool and not being able to center yourself. So
Sure.
there's almost a mechanic built into the sport that you can't get like angry and,
Right.
like aggressive at the other player, you know?
Because then everything will fall apart.
Well, yeah, because your own mental game like requires you to stay calm and centered.
Right.
Therefore, the most that it gets egregiously bad at is in the contesting of cards.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And there's also probably something fun because you're going from a limited set of cards, and that gets smaller and smaller and smaller as the game goes on.
Right. All right.
Okay.
So
More Megumu focus.
Megumu
Cool.
is not interested in becoming the queen in a
Nope.
standalone perspective here.
Yeah.
Becoming the queen would be something that would make everyone else feel amazing because all the work that we did together led towards you successfully getting the thing that you
Yep, we helped
almost
get
got
you there.
last year.
Right.
And now it's not then because they would then claim it as this is our win or what have you. It's,
Sure.
It's that they're actually just excited about her excitement, which
Right.
her excitement comes from them excited. So it's this perfect thing where while it could seem like an Ouroboros in that it has no beginning or end here, it could also be seen as like just really good team unity and friendship, just them all just wanting the best for each other.
Right.
Because that's kind of what you do want. It's just people around you that are constantly thinking about you and you're constantly thinking about them.
Yep.
That's a circle of life.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, is it an Ouroboros, or is it just something where you're conjuring your sustenance out of nothing, right? You know, like,
Yeah.
who's to say?
Yeah.
But okay, so we got a full episode dedicated to just diving deep into the match itself. Awesome. We're ending pretty close to the end of the series. cool.
Ending pretty close. To
Or the episode ends close to. I'm not sure what the proper term would be for the match as a whole, because there's all the. Well, okay, sure. I guess it's still just the match. Because there's all the individual
it's a
matches.
team match, yeah.
Yeah, team match. Yeah.
Right. Now they're all playing their own individual games, but the match is 3 out of 5. Same old.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as where we're at in the show as a whole right now, this is kind of a weird area where we are building up a team that I would love to see return in general. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of exciting from the individual perspective. And that's where I'm the most excited about this, is that these are players that we're going to see again in the individual matches, which then makes all these team matches more fun, because then other players can bump into them, which is fun. But that being said, this is a very slow episode, and it's a very, very, very slow episode.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of characters, not just giving the peanut gallery commentary to help give the audience hey, here's what you can take away from how the match is going, but them repeating it, because then there are a bunch of other characters that are all saying the same things. But the thing is, I don't really care about most of the characters that are saying those things. Mm-hmm. A lot of them I'm oh yeah, I vaguely remember you from a previous match or whatever.
Right.
But that's about it. And so there's this element of where, from the standpoint of the importance of this game, I totally get them going into this level of detail. Makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. With my attachment to the characters, I feel like it's not quite there yet. Yeah. And so, yeah, things like the solo tournament, or even if, and maybe this is me going into Fantasyland, but if they had some, extra games that they just played with each other as scrims outside of the tournaments, even though that
we
wouldn't
don't have time for
realistically happen, because, and they're
that
coming from different
even
regions.
Worse pacing, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the tough part with this is that we are engaged from the character introspection side of things. Mm-hmm. But the going back and forth,
the play-by-play of the match,
play-by-play of the match, it's exciting in that we get to see a person who doesn't really care about this individual match start to care about it.
Sure.
I like seeing this kind of stuff in team-based sports stuff. In fact, we just recently, relatively, watched the Battle at the Garbage Dump Haikyuu movie, where we watched a character fall back in love with volleyball again through the match.
Yep.
This is an example of that. That being said, we are just getting really introduced to this character for the first time, so it's less about their relationship with the other character and how they're building this together. This is our introduction to them.
Yeah, this almost feels like it'd be something where some of the time that's spent to show the photography club, taking pictures and being she's so cute or whatever, I would almost be ooh, but what if we instead got a backstory thing of how she got into Karata or something like that?
Well, we did kind of, and that was last episode. So
sure.
So it was super fast in that regard. But yeah, I would love it to get even more tropey with it, to actually have more flashbacks and stuff like that, than having more commentary. Because then I would just care a little bit more about this team. And
I will say, having them start to give characterization to the other member of the team that's more like the, either second strongest on the team and or just the one who has the best read on her and how she's doing. That's fun.
That, I think, is just being saved for a future episode at this point, just with how long this match is going here.
Right.
So, okay. They are really doing a service, I would say, to us, though, by talking about the difference between someone wanting something for other people's sake versus being greedy and wanting it for yourself.
Yeah.
And we get to see this play out in the way that Megumu starts to engage with Chihaya. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more intense kind of focused locking in.
Yep.
There's even a rebuttal of your multi-syllable card shenanigans that you did there.
Right.
There's the combativeness with going after a card, even though she knows she didn't deserve it, basically. Because, Chihaya did that earlier. And it's okay, I'll match you. And this is something that we had established from the beginning of the match, was that she usually adapts to the player that's in front of her. And we're starting to see Chihaya do things that are emblematic of Shinobu.
Sure.
Thus making, in a lot of ways, Megumu here realize, wait a minute, this might as well be the queen match.
Yeah,
in
this
a lot of ways.
is my practice for that eventual
Yeah,
match. Yeah,
because she's actually doing literal motion by motion, like muscle memory, exact moves that Shinobu does.
Right, like the bringing up the detail that Megumu moved started moving first for a card on her side, and Chihaya still got it. Right, that is not just a speed thing. That's also the
accuracy thing.
No wasted movement.
Yeah, there's an element that Chihaya brought up that she's like, you're like me, but without a good coach on your side. You're so fast right now because you basically cranked everything up to 11 over the last year.
Right.
But you didn't refine the things that you dialed up. So now you're in this kind of raw situation where you have way better mental game that Chihaya ever had back then.
Sure, absolutely.
But you don't have the different techniques or what have you that are going to take you all the way.
Right, like the fact that she doesn't care about becoming queen for herself, that is probably one of the things that is, I would guess, has given her an almost completely unflappable mental game in these matches, because it's I don't care too much one way or the other. I would like to, to win in everything,
right.
because
and
that's what other people want.
And that's the difference of where I don't think it's that that's what gives her entirely like total mental game. I think you're right in that it keeps her grounded in that she's not going to feel an ego loss if she doesn't get it.
Right.
It's that she will feel disappointed because the other players will be disappointed.
Yeah.
In that respect, she's kind of a people pleaser in that she knows how to keep her cover up. And I liked that line that she gave
that was
in the
nice and on the
episode.
nose. Yeah.
That was very like, oh, that's a really fun double meaning bit of dialogue here, or a bit of a thoughts here, saying I know how to keep people from breaking my cover. Because she's talking specifically about I'm blocking the card with my hand in a way that's better than the way I did previously, so that Chihaya was able to steal the card. But it's also I'm so good of not letting people know that I don't actually want to be queen,
Right.
that I can, end up
Maneuvering this situation.
Well, getting them behind me in a way that actually rewards their efforts and feelings.
Yeah.
Whereas they all know, Megabu, that you don't actually want this in and of itself, but they're encouraging you because they see the joy and happiness that this experience is giving you, and thus making you do things like, guys, let's do this all together. You wear headbands and stuff. And come all around me here.
I gotta say, Chihaya, maybe that's something that you guys need to take for your team, because I imagine those headbands are putting in work. Like just the fact that we were able to hear the beads of sweat like hitting the mat and everything.
True.
With the amount of focus that they need to have and on listening and everything, God, that would drive me crazy. Like,
oh my God. If you've ever been in a situation where you're so hyper-focused, stressed, and like locked in that you can hear a bead of sweat hitting like that, maybe I'm just not a patient person. But that kind of stuff make me like lose my mind.
Oh,
like,
sure.
I would flip out.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think of what would be the example, but I can't even think of one because like I would just leave that kind of a situation. I wouldn't be involved. God, oh man.
Yeah.
But
yeah, even the photography club know that you don't really care about the queen title. So
it's very it's very Japanese. The idea that she's so focused on meeting others' expectations.
Yes, and then everyone is commending how good of a people pleaser that she is.
Right.
Like not commending her because she's managing to people please them and they don't realize she's doing that, and so they're just like, wow, she's great. For some reason I love her because she's doing all the things that they like. But actually because they're like, we can tell that you don't actually care about that, but you're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right.
That was definitely one of those things where I'm like, oh man, I would definitely not have that perspective on things.
No. You would never get congratulated for that
in
the US. No. They'd be like, why are you living a lie? Like, we know you don't care about this.
Right.
So why are you wasting all that energy and time? We love you either way.
Right.
So go, be
or just the fact
be
that
indifferent about it.
The
it's
fact
cool.
that you're trying this hard for that kind of a thing is kind of off-putting,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even in just a mental health kind of thing, it's not healthy.
Oh, no.
Like this is objective. This isn't a cultural thing.
Yeah.
At that point.
No, when they were one of the things that I also, all right, Chihayafuru as a show, the whole idea
Yes.
of this being a sport, and
Right.
our characters, they want it the most, except everyone wants it the most, but all right, we're going to follow
Yeah.
these characters, right?
Right.
But you also have to have them have the actual chops to be able to win, right?
Right,
And
totally.
As far as Chihaya goes, no, yeah, she's got a lot working for her because she's been obsessed with this since she was a child, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's putting in all of the effort, and also
Right.
she's at the society and everything, and she got introduced to it by, Arata, so many things stacked in her favor.
Right.
That being said, she
said.
is going for being the best in the world.
Right.
And so there's going to be situations where if you want to see her, actually struggle, she's naturally going to have to get better and everything. But
Yeah.
then also in order to have her win, you need to have that be believable. And for someone like this who, when they weren't particularly trying and they don't in fact even care about being queen, they were able to basically get to the point where they were the third best female in the world of karate.
Right. You can go from it from many different angles. I think the one that is the most obvious here is that the show brings up she has talent.
Right.
We don't know what that means, but she has it.
No, she's got the glasses and the black hair.
No,
She's good at what she does.
No, Jacob, I'm taking this seriously.
Okay, yeah.
She has talent. But, and I'm like very serious about this. If she has talent, right, and not actually trying as hard, gets all the way to that top level, that says a lot more about your sport than it does actually about the competition.
There aren't a lot of people in karate.
There are not a lot of people in karate.
And so, yeah, if you have people that just have, a good mental game or whatever, right? Oh, you can
get to Class A.
You can get to Class A. You can have something where the whole rest of her team didn't care about karate at all
2 years ago
until they suddenly did really well, and so now they're like, all right, they're taking it seriously, and they were able to get to the semifinals, granted with a cracked ace,
and that can be inspiring in that
sure,
if you put an enormous amount of effort, can be the best in the world. It's not just you're locked out because you don't have talent.
Yeah, exactly. Your base numbers weren't high enough. It doesn't matter what you put on.
It doesn't matter what effort you put in. You will never be anywhere near the top.
Yeah,
whatever.
And that is exactly. And then as we go further into the match, we start to see all of the things that people bring up that are no wonder Chihaya is going to beat her, right? Even though her numbers are apparently stupid high. Doesn't have that great of an instructor. That alone, it's how did she even get to the point where she was a contestant for the Queen match?
Well, that's what the power of all the teammates coming around her was. They were her coaches, basically.
Right. And then on top of that, she doesn't even actually want it particularly.
Nope.
That definitely sounds like it's the what's that foundation you're standing on? It's a bunch of, termite infested wood. That's not going to hold you up.
And we're ribbing this just from the sports competitive standpoint that
sure.
That's what it is. If you're not actually that competitive, you will get filtered. That's just the way it is. And so I almost feel bad that in a lot of ways she spun this deception when it wasn't necessary. Because in a lot of ways, the people that are the most genuinely for you, meaning both her teammates and the photography club, obviously her coach as well, they don't care either way.
Yep.
They're just really excited to see you excited.
Right.
And so they want to win. They want to go the distance here because winning, makes you better and stuff.
If their excitement makes you excited, then that works for them because you're excited and that's what they want for you. But yeah.
And so this is a fun instance of where you have both the unhealthy and the healthy in this constant perpetual circle.
Right.
And so it's neither and it's both. And yet, in a lot of ways, the more that you lean into wait, Chihaya's firing me up. I actually want this now. Now it reveals actually in a lot of ways how unhealthy it was all along because you could have been in this mode all along where you didn't feel like you had to be the one yelling to cheer everybody on to be the I'm performing well as the best player and stuff. You can just lock in on your match and enjoy it. You can just
Because
you
originally...
can just be here with this match, and obviously you care about your team and stuff.
Sure.
But you can let them carry the load sometimes. You can let them
Right.
be the ones that cheer you on.
Because our defining characteristic of her from the previous year, right, is not just that, you know, her team wasn't into it, but that she didn't even, like, really participate in club activities much because she knew that her teammates or her other club members weren't really into it, and so she just played at the society that she was a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, good
Okay.
good setup for the next episode. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if anything that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.